Adonainu, mורנו, ורבינו, המשיח, לעולם. Welcome to the weekly summary from the sicha from shabbas Parshas Yisro, Chav Shvat, Tavshin Hey, Tavshin Beis. Rebbe King Moshiach Shlit starts off the sixth Parshas Yisro, speaks about the 10 Commandments, the Aseret Dibros. Now it is known that 10 Commandments, the Aseret Dibros, are mentioned twice in the Torah. Once that Hashem is saying it, and the second time Moshe is saying it over. Because it says it twice, it means there is a lesson for us from both. Because the Torah is everlasting, and everything in Torah is everlasting, especially the fact that every single second I have to learn the Torah as if it's given anew. Means every second we're studying the Torah in two ways. We're studying it the way Hashem said the 10 Commandments, and the way Moshe is saying over the 10 Commandments. And the Rebbe King Moshiach Shlit asks the question, what is added by the 10 Commandments that Moshe says over? So the Rebbe King Moshiach Shlit explains that in Torah and journey there are two aspects. Torah, that's the Hashem's wisdom, Hashem's will, higher than the world. And there's Torah, how Hashem made it to come down here, and it's to be understood into the mind, understanding, and over this world. And from that, from the two aspects of the Torah itself, the two aspects, the person learning Torah. First of all, the person has to be nullified, has to have bittul and know that he's learning Hashem's Torah, so much so that a person has to know that as if he's only saying over what Hashem is saying over. It's not even he himself saying the Torah, he's just saying it over. Like Chazal tell us that we also, just like the man Torah, they had fear and they had awe and there was sweat, so too now every time you learn Torah you have to have that feeling. That's one aspect of a feeling of a person when it comes to learn Torah. The second aspect is he has to understand it and he has to be connected with him, and it becomes his, so much so that a rabbi or Kiri Meichel could, on his cover of Torah, like a Torah becomes his. And not only that, so too the accomplishment of a Torah in the world, there's two aspects. First of all, in order to make this world a house for Hashem, you have to reveal Hashem's essence. That's one idea in Torah. Second thing in Torah is to come down to this low world, to Tachtonim, and just like someone's living in a place, someone's living in a place, has to live, be there. He has to act according to the customs of that place. So the Torah has to go down here, and we could say the koyach, the ability to accomplish these two ideas, the higher level of the Torah, lower aspect of Torah. Where do we get these two abilities? They come from the two times that Torah were said. From the first time that the 10 Commandments were said in Torah, from there we get the koyach, that to say over what Hashem is saying. I know now just Hashem is talking and we have to have bittul. From this that Moshe is saying over 10 Commandments, you have the koyach to bring in the Torah in a way that should be embedded into the world. And why do we need both? Seemingly, what does Moshe's 10 Commandments add onto Hashem's 10 Commandments? Because even though Moshe Rebbeinu, when he is saying over what Hashem is saying, it's seemingly the same level, just Hashem's 10 Commandments being expressed through Moshe's mouth. Nevertheless, this is the fact that Jewish people are able to handle Moshe's speech of the 10 Commandments shows that there's a diminutive level. However, what's the disadvantage of the 10 Commandments, the way Hashem says it? That when Hashem spoke, it nullified the world. The Jewish people who are standing there passed out. Therefore, we come to the second idea of 10 Commandments, how Moshe is saying that Jewish people could stand and listen and take in an inward way, inwardly, the 10 Commandments that Moshe is saying over. And so too, for making a deer for Hashem, on one hand you have to make a deer for Hashem's essence. To make a deer for Hashem's essence is not possible. Why? Even when Hashem is revealed in this world, Hashem is revealed in the world. Hashem is not the world. Just like when someone's living in a different house, the person is not part of the house. He's in that other house. On the other hand, we have to have in a way that reveal Hashem's essence in the world itself. The world itself should become more with it. What's the completion? The completion has to have both levels. That have the relation of Hashem's essence, However, in a way that should be taken inwardly into the Jewish people and into the world. Like we see when a Jewish person learns Torah, a person is learning Torah, and he is saying over. What is he saying over? He's saying over Hashem's words. He has to accomplish that idea also in the world, also into the world. And according to this, we can understand the connection between this week's parsha and the time we're standing now in the month of Shvat, 10 days after the Stalkos of Rebbe King. And generally, what's the idea of the month of Shvat? The month of Shvat is the 11th month. What 11th month shows on the Achad Asar Yom, the level of 11. It's higher than the 10 Commandments, Hashem's essence. And from what day is the Rebbe passed away? The Rebbe's Stalkos is the 10th day. What does it show? The 11, which is higher than 10, come down into the 10. Like the Kesser, the crown, or the Makifim, they come in inwardly. And more than that, we come to the 11th day. That shows that the 11 comes down to previous. And now more than that, now we're standing in the 20th day of the 11th one. Those 20 is Kaf, stands for Kesser. And from here, we're coming to the next week. The next week, we're starting with Sunday. Sunday will be the 21st day of Shvat, which is 11 days after the Stalkos of Rebbe King. And more than coming to the 22nd of Shvat, then we have 11 double. And this is connected also with the parsha we're coming to read this coming week. We start reading Rebbe King. These are the judgments Shatassim, the famous put in front of them. What is Ve'ela? So Chazal teaches what is Ve'ela, and these are, and was and. Also these laws, these halachas, which are also understood in the mind of a person, are also given by Hashem. And also you have to give it in a way that's in front of everybody. You have to explain it, Tassim, to put it in front of that. Not only that, Shalom explains what is Tassim. Tassim is the idea of a treasure, conceal, take the deepest ideas and bring it down to them. That's the connection between the idea of the 10 Commandments, to get the highest level of 10 Commandments, bring it down to them. According to this, we're going to understand what's the lesson for us. Especially now, we're staying very close to the Gula Mitzvah Shlema. Because always we have to have the idea of Lamer, to always have our Hashem's Lamer to Torah again. And every single time we get a Torah, every year we get it in a higher way. Especially in our generations. Our generation is the last generation of Golos, the first generation of Gula. So we are standing now at a time that we're going to very soon receive the level of 11. Like we say, it's also expressed in the Rosh Tevis, the word Miyad. Miyad is Moshe Rebbeinu. And Yud is Yisrael B'Hashem, the revelation of Chesed through Moshe. And Yisrael B'Hashem, we have the idea of Daled, which is Deiram, and the idea of Dvar Malchus, the idea of Mashiach. So during our generation, we have the Mem. Mem stands for Mashiach, which is Menachem Shmei, Rebbe Melech Mashiach, right now, Menachem Shmei is the name of Mashiach. And Yisef, it's like Deira. It means we're connecting all ideas together. Also the idea of the Moshe, which is the idea of the Torah. Also that V'yud Yisrael, which was in the higher level of Torah, the Primus Torah, which was in the higher level of the 10 Commandments. And you also have the idea of Dvar Malchus, the idea of Mashiach, and it connects them both. What's the lesson for us that we have for every single man, woman, and child of our generation? Just like them, right? The Eden were standing in Mount Torah, that the stood on Mount Torah had an everlasting continuation, it continued on forever. So to now we don't Torah has to be in a way that it's going on forever. And just like then, they had they're all standing together like one person by Mount Torah. So we have to, each person is to gather all his 10 kichas and nefesh, 7 emotions, and the 3 Chabad, the all to serve Hashem. And also that every single person should, in these few days, see to it that he will nashpia another 10 Yidden. That's a lesson for every single man, woman, and children, especially for those that are found in the shul and the base of the Nasi of the generation, the base Rebbeinu, which is the base Chayenu, because the Nasi is everything, because the Nasi is Akel, therefore from the house of the Rebbe, the light expands and goes to the entire world. And through that, those that are in 770 will show a living example that will give the chayas to all the way to the entire world. And more than this, the main thing is, I take it from Miyad, The Gula Mitzvah Shem is coming in this shul, all the shuls and all the Beit HaMikdash, and all the men and the women and sons or daughters will go to Eretz Yisrael, will go to Yerushalayim, the holy city, the holy mountain, the Beis HaMikdash, and take it from Yad, starting with a simple explanation of Mamash, right now, Mamash. Adoonנו, Murenu, ורבינו, המשיח, לעולם.